Good morning. Today is Saturday, November 27th. The year is 2021. Of course, we're still in the coronavirus pandemic. Interesting. I just got back from Aruba for Thanksgiving. So this is our first time flying someplace for Thanksgiving since Earl caught COVID in 2019. So we flew down to Aruba and had a great vacation in the sun. I got a little tan. Didn't get a chance to shoot any videos, and I was just really wanting to relax because it was exhausting getting down there. It was just a lot. I'd never been to Aruba before. There was a lot of stuff I wanted to do and see. We didn't get a chance to do much of that stuff. So I will have to make a second trip to Aruba because I didn't get a chance to do a lot of stuff that I had wanted to do because I ended up just kind of laying around the hotel and on the beach and relaxing and enjoying the weather. It was beautiful, like 80, on average 85 degrees, the wind coming off the ocean. It wasn't hot unless the wind stopped blowing. It was sunny. The water felt good. It was a little chilly at first. The food was good. The vacation was very relaxing. That's what I needed. It was a chance to get away from Atlanta and relax and enjoy just some me time. Didn't get a chance to do everything I wanted to do. So again, I will be going back to Aruba, but that was my first time going. So while there was some strict COVID restrictions. So to get into Aruba, you have to take a COVID-19 test. You don't have to be vaccinated, but you do need to have that test done a couple of days before you go. So you're going to need that test result saying that you're negative to COVID, and you need to upload it to Aruba's website and submit it to Aruba so they can approve it so you can get permission to visit their country. If you fly there and you have not done this, then you will have to do it at the airport. They will test you at the airport you have to have a PCR test. A rapid PCR test in, I don't know what all these tests are. But anyway, you have to have a PCR test. If you don't have the correct test or you have not done the correct test, they will test you at the airport and you have to quarantine at your hotel for a few hours until they get the test result back. Aruba, like all these islands, they want tourists. That's how they survive. They need tourists, so they will quickly get your test results back and let you know that you're now free to visit the island. It was a beautiful vacation. Strict COVID guidelines. In public places, you must wear a mask, and they're not playing. They will come up to you and tell you put on a mask. They have masks for you. Everybody was in compliance. You have to wear a mask. Even Delta Airlines is pretty strict on, they have to follow federal guidance, and you have to wear a mask on the plane. In between sips and eating, you have to put the mask on. So there was a lot of that going on. So what we decided to do is most of the restaurants had outdoor space, so we sat outdoors. We stayed away from people, which is kind of hard because people want to come and ask a million questions. And white folks from America, where you from? Who you visiting from? So, I don't mind people asking questions. I just think that sometimes when people are on vacation, people just don't take, maybe they don't understand, boundaries and space. I don't approach people who are on vacation. I'll wave, and from a distance I may speak and say hello, but I don't get all up in their face like, who are you? So you get a lot of people who approach us, and I've had this happen everywhere we go to vacation. White folks are inquisitive, and people that the people in Aruba were very pleasant, very gorgeous people. I mean, there's a lot to do in Aruba, but at nighttime, during the daytime, nobody's out because it's just too hot. But during the daytime, at nighttime, Aruba comes to life. Aruba reminded me of what Miami Soft Beach neighborhood used to be like for you niggas found it. So international travelers from all over the world on the beach, enjoying the restaurants and food and shopping. The shopping was going pretty late. There were nightclubs and restaurants and so much to do at nighttime. It was unreal. That's really, so basically, if you go to Aruba, plan on doing a lot of stuff in the evening and nighttime because there's a lot to do. So make sure you get your rest in, get your naps, an afternoon nap, get you some sleep so you can be up at nighttime and see what's going on there. But we had a great time, very friendly people. So one night, me and Earl, we walked along the beach, and we were trying to get down to this resort called the Ritz-Carlton, where we stayed at Barcelo, whatever, how you pronounce that mess. And we decided we'd walk along the beach. They have a little pathway where you can walk down the beach, and we thought you could walk all the way down to the Ritz-Carlton. We soon realized 20, 30 minutes later, we ain't got to the Ritz-Carlton yet, so we decided to walk back on Main Street to our hotel, or catch a cab. We were exhausted at this point, covered in sweat. It was 100 degrees out there at nighttime. It's still the evening, but we were walking, and we weren't prepared. We thought the hotel would just be a few hotels, because all the hotels are like in this row on the beach. So we decided we'd rest. When we got back to left the beach area and got back on the main road, we decided we'd take a rest, and a lady pulled up in a car. A young lady put in this tiny little car, and she was waving at us. She's like, "You need a ride or something?" I thought that's what we thought she was saying. So Earl thought she was a taxi cab driver. So I said, "Oh, it's a taxi. Let's get out of here, back to this hotel." So we walked towards the car, and at first Earl was like, "We really don't need her. We can just walk back because the hotels couldn't be that far." But I realized that we were a little bit further away from the hotel than Earl did. So Earl got in the front seat, I got in the back seat. And as soon as I closed the door in that taxi cab, I realized something. There was no handle for me to get out the back seat of that car. It had been broken or removed. And I'm looking at this, and I said, I can't get out of this back seat of this car. And also there was no control for the window. And so the car was a little warm, so I asked, "Can you roll down the window?" Even though she had the air on, she rolled down the window, electric window. So I'm sitting there, and she's talking. She's like, "Come back to." She asked us, would we like to come back to her place with her? Come back to visit. Say, come with me to my place. Come stay, enjoy. We have fun. And I was thinking, what is she talking about? At first, I wasn't paying her no attention because I was looking out the window. You know, I'm a tourist. But yeah, I heard her say talking to Earl. I said, "Come back to our place, stay with me, have fun, have fun." I'm thinking, and I looked at her, and Earl's talking to her, going back and forth, and I'm listening to this mess. And Earl said, "No, just take us to the hotel." And then I noticed her; she was driving all erratic and all over the road. I said, "Wait a minute, this little car's all over the damn this road. What is she doing?" And you know, at this point, I went from being a tourist to paying attention to what the fuck was going on here. Like I couldn't escape the backseat of that damn taxi cab when it taxi. So she said, "Come with me, come, enjoy, have fun, we have fun, woman." And I'm thinking, what is going on here? Is this what do we hop into? So Earl's going back and forth with her. She's driving all over the place, and Earl saying, "Watch the road." She's so busy trying to convince her. She was drunk as a fucking skunk is what was going on, and I figured that out. This woman's drunk. And so, I'm in the backseat. Earl's talking with her. Earl's pointing out, trying to help get to the Hotel Barcelo. And so finally, we pulled up to the hotel, and Earl jumps out of the car. And I said, "Earl, you have to let me out the backseat because I don't have a way to get out of here." He couldn't hear me because he's still talking to her. Like, "What do you do? How much do I pay you? What do you need for the taxi cab service?" I'm like, "Earl, unlock this damn door. I can't get out of here." And then she said, "You got to let him out. Let him out." And so Earl reached over, went out, let me out, and gave her. She said she only wanted $7 or something because we didn't go find them taxi cabs were cheap. But she was not a taxi cab driver. She was I guess she was a prostitute, and she thought she saw two men until she wanted some customers. Now, what I quickly realized in Aruba, when we flew into Aruba, I don't know why I wasn't paying attention to this, but we took the main road into the taxi cab, took us in there. I didn't pay attention to my surroundings. I was just kind of looking out the windows. But Aruba is a third world country. Much like Dominican Republic, Mexico, and these places, once you get to the tourist spots, it's beautiful. But once you leave out of those areas, oh, good luck. So there were a lot of men and women who were. You'd be sitting in the hotel lobby, like when we got a couple of hotels. Earl would gamble at these two casinos. I don't gamble, so I'd sit out in the lobby and people watch. And somebody comes sit next to me and say, "Oh, what are you doing this evening?" We might be a man or a woman or a couple. "Would you like to party with us? Or can you come back to your room? Or you come with us?" And no, thank you. Thank you for your offer. And I realized that there must be a lot of prostitution that takes place in Aruba. With them tourists down there, was thousands of tourists, and every guy that approached me was fucking gorgeous and beautiful, tall, nice bodies. I mean, I didn't see a fat Aruban down there. I don't think I saw one. The women look beautiful. The men look beautiful. The lighter, darker complexion, blue eyes, nice hair. Some had afros. It was gorgeous. I was like, what is going on here? So a lot of prostitution, very similar to the Dominican Republic and Mexico. I've never seen, I've never seen the prostitution take place like that in Jamaica, mainly because in Jamaica, people who are locals aren't going to be allowed into those resorts. Where in Aruba, anyone can walk into those resorts. We were able to go from resort to resort, from hotel, whether it was the Hilton or the Hyatt or the Ritz-Carlton. You just walk right in and enjoy there. You can go to the beach. You can sit on their furniture. You could buy drinks or whatever you want to do. You can go to any hotel, go to restaurants all up and down that strip and enjoy their activities there, whether it's the pool or water or towel service or whatever. I mean, you just enjoy it. So some resorts I've traveled to, they give you a day pass, but down there you don't need a day pass. You can just walk into any resort that you want to and just, enjoy their activities if you want to. The beach went for miles. There were thousands of chairs and thousands of people and restaurants everywhere. Now, we did the Barcelo all-inclusive hotel. So it means all our drinks and foods were included. All the food you want, all the drinks, all the whatever. Breakfast, lunch, dinner was always there. It was hit or miss. Some of it was good, some of it was delicious, some of it wasn't all that great. Then there were times me and Earl got similar. We got the duck one night. He didn't like the duck. I enjoyed that. I thought the duck was delicious myself. I'm not as a picky eater as earlier, so I enjoy all food. You know that shit. I weigh 270 pounds. Y'all really think I'm missing a meal, honey? But give me that damn duck. Well, Earl didn't eat that. I said, well, give it to me and shit. You don't want it. But the food was good, hit or miss. We went to a couple of restaurants outside of the resort, which was delicious. The food outside the resort, everything I ate outside the resort was just fantastic. And it wasn't that expensive. Like I said, it reminded me of what Soft Beach used to be before it was overrun by ignorant thugs with their pants hanging off their ass and fighting along the beach. I felt safe in Aruba. I'm sure they might have some type of crime that happens, but I didn't feel. I have been in Miami at nighttime along South Beach, and I said, "Oh, these niggas are getting carried. Let me get the hell out of here." And I've seen some crazy shit happen in Miami. I didn't see anything crazy happen in Aruba. I'm sure it might happen, or it probably did happen. I just didn't see it. I mean, I felt safe there. There were tourists, there were kids, there were couples holding hands, there were gays, there were blacks, there were whites, there were Africans. It was an international vacation spot. I would go back there again and really enjoy it. So I need 5 days just wasn't enough time for me to really see what I wanted to see. So hopefully I will go back and get an opportunity to visit Aruba again and get to enjoy the beautiful beach and the food and the weather and meet the people. But when we were leaving, the airport from our hotel with the taxi, he took us through some really rough areas, and that's when I really saw how the people who live in Aruba, third world, it was bad, like really bad. So when I saw those people at the hotels working, the waiters, the bartenders, the staff, I mean, they were right, Johnny on the spot. Do you need anything? Do you need a towel? Do you need drinks? Do you need food? Do you need anything? And I thought that was very nice. I don't know who this is texting me this damn early in the morning. Don't y'all people know I'm on vacation? I'm back from vacation. But I thought the overall, I would go back to Aruba. I loved it. It was nice. I wanted to shoot some videos and pictures. I just didn't get a chance. I did do a small little clip of the video of me on the beach. There were tons. There's a lot to do. If you ever been to Aruba, if you haven't been, you might want to go and check it out. We flew on Delta. There are tons of hotels to choose from. I booked this particular vacation through American Express Travel on their website. Just be prepared to, like I say, have your COVID. On the way back, Delta Airlines asked if we were vaccinated. We had our vaccination cards. We had to get a test, a COVID-19 test, to get back to the United States. We had that done across the street from the hotel. That was $75 each. I think we could have found something cheaper if we had looked around. Once we started moving around at nighttime, we saw a lot of COVID-19 testing sites. So I'm sure if we had investigated a little bit deeper, we probably would have found something much more reasonable. We had to get a COVID-19 test to leave the United States, to go there, and a COVID-19 test to come back. So, what else? That was basically it. I took a bunch of pictures on my Instagram and Facebook page. I might post some of the pictures here on this video. Because I have them on my phone, I can add some pictures. But I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. For Thanksgiving dinner, we went to a restaurant called Bohemian, which was right next to the resort we stayed at. And I had the lamb shank, and Earl had some type of pasta dish. There was a lot of, but the food was excellent. The food was so damn good, I wanted to lick the plates. Once we were out of the resort, I didn't have any complaints. Now, Marcelo was all inclusive, so they couldn't get everything right. But the food on the outside of the resort was really, really good. I went to a Dutch pancakes house for breakfast. The coffee was so good down at that place. It was just $3 a cup. It was well worth it. So I think that pretty much covers our Aruba vacation for Thanksgiving. Now that we're back, there's all this talk about this new COVID, variant, Omicron. Here it is 2 years later, and the vaccines are available. We're really 2 years into this mess, and there are vaccines available. And it kind of breaks my heart to see so many people who have made the decision that they don't want the vaccine. And I was watching the news here, and they were showing all these people who are sick in all these states, mainly people who have refused to be vaccinated, who are sick. And in these hospitals, the vast majority, 99.9%, are unvaccinated people. And if you have not got that vaccine, you are a goddamn fool. If you are sitting here watching this video, you have not been vaccinated for COVID-19, you're a fucking fool. There's just no way around it. Unless you have some type of medical reason, and I ain't falling for that religious bullshit. If you don't have a medical reason for not having been vaccinated for COVID-19, you are a goddamn fool. And COVID gonna bite you in your motherfucking ass. Everybody I have met recently, people I know, my associates, who haven't been vaccinated have had a horrible time in hospitals, treatment, dealing with the virus, the after effects of the virus. All these people could have been vaccinated. And don't forget about the ones I know who are now dead. Dead. Because they refuse to get this damn vaccine. I'm just like, how stupid can you all be? I mean, this is not making sense. This is just... Then I read that in Detroit, Michigan, the city is only 35% vaccinated. I was like, them niggas that damn stupid that they won't go get the vaccine? COVID about to tear their asses up. Michigan is having a horrible time with the COVID-19 right now. One thing I did like about Aruba, they had vaccination places everywhere. They had signs up saying that their staff was 100% vaccinated. I mean, Aruba is a place where they seem to have a little bit more sense than Americans who have access to these vaccines, and they're free, and you niggas still won't go get it. You white folks too. I don't give a damn about the white folks, so they can go jump off a fucking cliff, like I know. Get them COVID! And shit, that's how I feel about the white folks who refuse to get the vaccine. They're idiots. Mainly them fucking Trump supporters. Get them COVID-19. Shit, I'll pay COVID-19 to get their asses. How much you want COVID? Go get their asses. So, anyway, this concludes this video because I'm down here washing clothes. I left this house as a bit of a mess, and I got a flat tire on this damn truck. I want to go get my Christmas tree today. I got a lot of stuff I need to do. Mainly get this tire fixed on this truck, which they have, and I had to call BMW and see if I can bring that truck in and get that tire fixed. I guess what I'm doing now, I go to the gym and do the exercise. I was over there, and I don't want to go to that gym today, but I think I will go. Anyway, today it is Saturday. It is November 27th. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving with your family and friends. Me and Earl are going to prepare our Thanksgiving feast over the next day or so. It's supposed to be. We'll see. Because he got to be at work on Monday. And the Lord knows I don't feel like cooking a whole bunch of shit to us to sit in and be ate all week long in Aruba. I'm like, damn. And I actually lost weight. I did lose some weight in Aruba, not much. A lot of weight because it was hot as hell out there. But I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And I'm going to get this tire, call BMW, get this tire fixed. Hope that I can get it fixed today so I can pick up my Christmas tree and bring it here and decorate it. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.